Nobody's perfected this game yet, and so that's really another great thing about Toastmasters is always getting feedback on it. And then, JW, you might remember, it was probably 6 or 7 years ago, Toastmasters brought in Darren McCoy to speak out of Southeast Community College. And I was impressed with his speaking. I was glad I went, but I've been on his newsletter ever since then because he's always trying to get me to buy Darren McCoy's public speaking tips and become a world champion speaker. But what I enjoy getting his tips all the time, but the point he always makes, the one way to get better is to get stage time. Get out there, get up in front of an audience, do it again and again and again. And I'm privileged in this job. I get plenty of stage time, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the insight my association with Toastmasters has given me into how to try to get better at that. So with that, welcome here today, and thank you for inviting me.
I just might say when they appointed Randy to that position, I says, oh boy, we got Road Toasters support. So appreciate what you've done for us, Randy. And now it is an honor to welcome our Toastmasters Division C Governor, Ron Snyder, who will make several special presentations to our club members today. Thank you, Ron.
It is truly an honor to be here today. 45 years. Wow. I was trying to think of what does that mean? For me, Toastmasters releases tons of energy and allows people to move forward in ways that they never dreamed of before. It happens. And it happens so slick. It's a great process. You have 45 years. I was trying to think, what does that mean in regard to the number of people that have been impacted by Road Toasters? I'm saying 500 plus. And that is not only in their public speaking, communication skills areas, but their leadership area, which I find incredible. And the longer I'm in Toastmasters, the more I begin to realize the leadership aspect. I've had a great year as Division C Governor. I just retired in July of last year. So I'm sweating. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Because I tend to be somewhat of a workaholic. I worked at Southeast Community College, and I love my job, and I spent lots of time there. So what are you going to replace that with? So I loaded myself down big time. Too much. Well, and then things popped up that I wouldn't have even known about. I'll give you an idea of the leadership potential amongst a bucket full of Toastmasters. Division C contest was last Saturday, the 6th. I'm responsible for it. Cool. And all of a sudden, my wife says, could we go to Clarkson, Nebraska, and pick up 50 pounds of buffalo? All right, speech contest doesn't start until 3. We can do her. Her brothers and sisters found out about it. The 6th happened to be her birthday. Her brothers and sisters found out about it, and they said, let's have a surprise birthday party. Okay? Wow! I'm responsible for a contest. My wife's having a surprise 70th year birthday. Where's Ron to be? So I quickly called up a couple friends. Gene was one of them, and Joe Buzzard. I said, I'm in trouble. I can't be there to this contest. I'm responsible for it. This is the level of leadership that you get in Toastmasters. Don't worry about it, Ron. We'll take care of it. Whoa! I mean, for me, that's incredible, because you take Just take any other company. You take a group this large and say, I need somebody to run a contest this Saturday. How many hands are going to go up? 0 usually. Right? You get the point? But as a group of people, I just find Toastmasters wonderful, wonderful friends. Now, second thing happened to Kim back here. She arrives at the contest and she had done her part. Coming in, and Kim shared with me, she says, I'm coming in. I did my part. And I thought, well, I'll just put my plates here and I'm done. I can just relax and enjoy. The Toastmaster for the day, he had another problem. He had a grandson call up and say, Grandpa, could you come and help me? Guess what he did? We had no Toastmaster. You were approached by Joe, right? Was it Joe? And said, Kim, you're the Toastmaster for the contest. Kim said, okay. I'm just telling you the leadership quality. But anyway, today we get to honor 45 years. And I'm thinking that really there were some ups and downs, and somebody along the line helped out to keep it going up steps. So today it's my honor to provide you with an award, your 45th anniversary award. So now I want to know who you want me to give it to. I think we should have a picture taken of all the members of Road Toasters. So, all Road Toasters, come on up, please. You got to stand up here, Bob.
Ron has a way of relaxing a person who might be very nervous.
Do you want past and present or just present?
Well, I think, heavens, I have to ask the publicity chair.
I think.
Were you a past? Come on
No,
up,
no,
Gene.
no, I wasn't a past member. I was talking about some of those fine people behind me.
We will do 2 pictures.
Yeah.
There. He's a member.
Yeah, you are.
Come on.
Like this.
Jim?
Here you go, Bob. You want to hold that? And
No
let-
place
let-
can
You're not
be
in good
without a
standing.
good Irishman. No place can be without a good Irishman.
Okay.
All right, here we go. One more. Turn that just slightly.
Oh, okay. No flag. Okay.
Glare on it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Try it again. Here we go. That's better.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Now, I have a second award to hand out, and I'll try to make this short, but this morning, I love sayings. Darren LaCroix, I get his sayings all the time, and one of them today was, your expectations will determine the level of your actions. I work with a lot of high-risk students. That's true. Guess what speech they're going to get next time? It's all about, if you don't expect to pass, guess what? You're going to screw around and not study. It's as simple as that. The next award I'm handing out is for a young lady who I was told turned as red as a strawberry. Is that right, Rivers? Couldn't hardly talk in front of people. Had difficulties running meetings. And she has attained the highest level that you can attain in Toastmasters, that we call Distinguished Toastmaster. She set her expectations that high, and she sacrificed and did what she needed to do to get this award. So will you help me welcome Linda?
All right, here we go. Oh, we got too much glare.
Dude, we got to turn it a little bit so we flash them over there.
All right.
Okay.
Perfect.
One more.
One more?
Yeah, just in case.
All right.
Okay.
Yay, Linda. Okay. And in conclusion, the expectations are all over Toastmasters, and the support's there to achieve them. Thank you. Thank you.
And as we look back on our club's 45 years, what better person to share his thoughts on what it means to be a Toastmaster? That is then our charter member, Dallas Renault. Please join me in welcoming Dallas.
45 years, that's really quite a long time. I was really disappointed to hear Randy say, we never attain perfection. Gosh, what we got to expect to do here, how many more years? You know, 45 years brings up a conundrum in a sense. Do I have 45 years of experience, or do I have 45 years, 1 years of experience 40 times, over 45 times? I would suspect that I fall somewhere in between that category. I haven't maintained that progression of excellence that I should have through the 45 years. And I agree, you never attain perfection. My original purpose for joining this club was to be able to speak extemporaneously, also to pronounce words. I have a little bit of trouble there. But I will say that I feel that I have come a long ways in that respect. I look back and I've experienced, as was stated, a lot of ups and downs in the club. We've had good years, we've had bad years, and we started out with 40 members. That was the maximum you could have. That dwindled fairly rapidly, but we maintained a level that was good for the entire organization. And I have to say, over most of that period, the Department of Roads did sponsor Toastmasters. If nothing else, they tolerated it. One of my fondest memories was back when Toastmasters used to present the entertainment at the service awards ceremonies. That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun roasting people in that organization. Then words count caught up with us. And we had to cease that particular operation. It's too bad we can't figure out some way to resurrect it, because it was a lot of fun, and you actually felt like you were performing on stage. Well, actually, a lot of times we did perform on stage. I got to turn my notes over here. And after 45 years, it's a little difficult to try to figure out whether people consider me, especially the club members, the elder statesman, or that old guy that just keeps showing up at the meeting. And again, it's probably some combination between them. I kind of like to feel myself as a sort of a Siskel and Ebert of the 1761 Toastmasters. Now, I suppose a lot of you don't recognize who Siskel and Ebert were, but they were some critiquers of movies back in previous days. They had quite a show on television. The Toastmasters has been beneficial for me, and I think Toastmasters has been beneficial for everybody that has come through the program to some extent or another. It was certainly a privilege for me to see the members grow, especially to stop using word filters like, you know, recognize that, and but, all these. So may the Department of Roads continue to support Toastmasters, which I think is great. I think they will benefit greatly from it. And I actually wish you could get, especially some of your division heads and section heads, a little more concerned, because from my memory, I have been retired for a few years, they could have used
Speak more freely now.
Not a problem. But anyway, I've been privileged to be a member for 45 years, and I hope to see the Toastmasters Club 1761 continue to prosper. Thank you.
I'm not gonna let you go, buddy. I'm sorry, but we gotta step out here and get a picture. And could someone step forward here?
Oh.
This is gonna be a little surprise to Dallas. Dallas, it's very hard to give him some acknowledgments and stuff, and so.
Oh my gosh.
We want to, I'm just going to go ahead and read this. Toastmasters presented to Dallas Renault, charter member, in grateful appreciation and distinguished recognition for 45 years of dedicated assistance to RoadToasters Club 1761, April 9th, 2014. We got a spot here, you can hang that right on the wall, buddy.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Oh, one more. Thank you very much. You did good. Then I think let's see here. At this time, Linda Wilson, distinguished Toastmaster, and our club's Vice President of Education and Vice President of Membership will introduce our special guest.
Gene Dale, distinguished Toastmaster, joined Eye Openers Toastmasters in Tucson, Arizona in September 1984 when his mentor, Sam Bates, told him, "Be there." Well, he did. During his time in Tucson, Gene was president, then area governor, using his Toastmaster skills on the Chamber's Committee for Economic Education, where he worked with 3 high schools and an elementary school in Toastmasters Youth Leadership, and was able to attain the Green and Growing Award at McDonald's. He was also in the church orchestra as a trumpet player and gave lessons. He met and married his wonderful wife, Lori, while in Tucson. In 1990, Gene moved to Nebraska, settling in Lincoln. He joined Fairview Toastmasters. In 1992, he became Division C governor. In 1993, he became Lieutenant Governor of Marketing and was District 24 governor in 1994 to 95, leading the district to distinguished. Gene was in the restaurant business for 25 years before moving to Farm Bureau Financial Services in 1996, first as an agent, then in customer service, and now in claims. Gene believes in being a student of whatever business you're in and has obtained many insurance designations. I see a list of at least 8 here behind his name. I won't elaborate.
You notice there's a little smiley beside that
I
too.
do. He is immediate past president of the National Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors, the Cornhusker area. A member of the Chartered Property Casualty Underwriters Society, plays trumpet in his church orchestra, and is on an outreach team for the Christian Businessmen's Committee. He's a proud member of Southeast Toasters and Southwest Toastmasters. Also, Gene has been competing through the speech contest this spring, and I'm happy to say that he will be a contestant at the District 24 International Speech Contest on April 26th. The speech Gene is delivering today is entitled Beyond the Comfort Zone, A Life Extraordinary. Let's give a warm welcome to Gene Dale.
The engine was roaring. The wind was whooshing across the canopy, and little 8-year-old Gene was sitting in his mother's lap in a little 2-seater coupe airplane. Pilot was to his left, and they were flying over the cotton fields and orange groves around Chandler, Arizona. Then it happened. The pilot looked to his right and said, "Gene, would you like to take the controls?" And like any other 8-year-old boy, I said, "Sure!" And I had the controls to that airplane. When I pulled back, I went up. When I pushed down, I went down. And he even let me take it around back to the runway to land it. When my mom panicked and she said, "Junie, take the controls. Gene can't land that plane." But that was okay. I had gotten to fly an airplane at 8 years of age. How cool is that? Isn't that something, though, that when we're young, we're ready to take on the challenges of the world. And then when we get older, sometimes our comfort zones get smaller and smaller. We hear those little gremlins saying, "You can't do this. You can't do that." But fellow Toastmasters and guests, we can overcome those challenges. Dean Karnazes, the ultramarathoner, says, "Struggling and suffering are the essence of a life worth living." If you're not pushing yourself beyond the comfort zone, if you're not demanding more from yourself, expanding and learning as you go, then you're choosing a numb existence. You're denying yourself an extraordinary trip. Well, this afternoon I'm going to share a few ideas how each of us as Toastmasters, as people in the Department of Roads or whatever, can get beyond that comfort zone. When I was a freshman in high school, which ironically was 1969, 45 years ago, I was a trumpet player. And for the first time outside of school, I was competing for the Greater Tucson Honor Band. And I was a little fearful as I walked in that room and I saw a stern-looking man and sat down and started playing da, da, da. Somehow I got through that scale and he said, "Stop. Gene, what are you afraid of?" And I said, "Well, I'm afraid I'm going to blow it." And he said something I'll never forget. He said, "So what?" "So what?" I thought about it and, well, so what? Okay. I got through that audition. I made the Greater Tucson Honor Band, but I remembered that if we get into a situation where we're fearful and trembling, but we've earned the right to be there, and as Toastmasters, if you've prepared your speech, you've earned the right to be there, but you're a little fearful and trembling, so what? Do it anyway. Get up here. We just need to learn sometimes to say, "So what?" And I'll just give you a personal example of that. I had to call a claimant this morning and deny a claim. I get a little anxious about making those calls, so I said, "Wait, I'm giving this speech. I have to tell myself, so what?" and tell her, truthfully, "Okay, I'm sorry. We're not going to be able to cover your claim because we feel that you're at fault for this accident." Sometimes you just need to say, "So what?" Now, after you said "so what," let's go on and take a look at the Nebraska men's basketball team. Didn't they finish the year strong, winning 8 out of 9 games? Not only that, but they made the NCAA playoffs for the first time since 1999, and Coach Miles was coach.